to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
I would like to say a pleasant good evening, welcome. Today is Tuesday, and we say welcome to another edition of LIB Future TV here on 95.9. And your host today is Siliki Kruma, so I would like to say welcome wherever you are. Siliki, good evening, welcome to the show today.
Good evening,
welcome.
Jabba.
Yeah.
Hello, you hear me?
Yes, you live. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Jabba, and good evening to Loveda. So, greetings to everybody. Welcome to another edition of the LIB Future TV. So, we're going to go to Loveda to give us a daily update about what's going on in Liberia. And from there, we'll kickstart the show. So, today's show is all about, the title of today's show is ABC Hour. So, we're going to be diving into some of the misinformation that's been out there about Mr. Cummings. Sometimes we'll play some click alone so you listen to it yourself. And we'll take some calls to get your feedback. So today's show is basically about the ANC and Mr. Cummings. But let's go to Loveda to hear what's going on in Liberia, and then we can move on. Thank you.
All right, let me say good evening to uh, our listeners in Radio Link. Good evening to those of you watching via our Facebook page, LIB Future TV. Today's trending news with me, Lavecta Davis. Nancy Doe's daughter details 1990 extortion by family security. Former First Lady Nancy Doe's daughter revealed security officers threatened to burn their home with the family inside on September 10, 1990, a day after President Samuel K. Doe's death. David Mantor, Robert Babari, and George Sherman demanded $50,000. Sherman later returned with ropes and kerosene. Mrs. Doe sold her Mercedes to pay after ex-ambassador Willie Givens advised her to stay silent on her threat. The family later fled to France, then sought U.S. asylum. Legislative independence questioned amid Columbia expulsion. Some look to Cummings. Concerns are raising over the House of Representatives' independence amid claims to excessive differences to the executive following the controversial expulsion of District 10 Representative Yeke Koluba. Koluba vows to challenge his removal at the Supreme Court, saying expulsion requires judicial review. The House reportedly ignored a prohibition rate from Justice in Chambers, Yusuf Kaba. The fallout follows months-old allegations of executive backing in former Speaker J. Fonati Kofa's removal. President Walker's remarked that most strange things will happen has fueled claims of executive involvement. Civil society groups have largely stayed silent raising free speech concerns. Critics say the 49 lawmakers who backed Columbus' expulsion put personal interest over national interest. Some Liberians are citing ANC leader Alexander Cummings as an alternative, saying his leadership will bolster democracy and uphold Article 15 press freedoms. Walker launches citizen feedback lamp for officials' performance. President Joseph Walker launched the 2026 performance contract citizen feedback initiative, letting citizens report on government officials via 2424 on Orange or Lone Star. Cabinet Director Jonathan Corboy said Walker will personally review positive or negative messages about any minister, commissioner, manager, or agency head. Salif Youth confront power at intergenerational dialogue. Former President Helen Johnson Sirleaf joined youth leaders at the Helen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex for an intergenerational dialogue hosted by MOL, led by Mandela Cooper. Sirleaf urged youth to move beyond critique and prepare for leadership. Senior figures, including Councillor Gloria Musu Scott and Professor Larry Togba, debated corruption and reform with youth demanding faster action on unemployment and political access. Observers question if the dialogue will yet put policy change. However, Mandela Cooper, who has faced public scrutiny over the rebranded Eyi Lelo buses taken from Ghana and personal issues involving Speaker Kun, has yet to show tangible results to her leadership in government so far. Burma lawmaker denies backing Koluba expulsion, raising forgery fears. Burma District Number 3 Representative CMP Jala denies signing the resolution to expel former Representative Yeke Koluba, though his name appeared among 49 signatories. Jala's denial drops the count to 48, one short of the 49 required for expulsion. Koluba was removed for alleged misconduct after complaint from Representative Sumo Moba and Police RG Gregory Common. The Supreme Court has summoned the House over Koluba's bill of information. However, Representative Sam Jala told LIB Future TV he did not sign the resolution to expel Representative Yeke Koluba, as questions also surfaced over whether Representative Mariman Bryce signed while out of the country. Koluba maintains he has not been expelled, citing lack of due process and doubts over the voting process and signatures. Cummings' podcast on Bee Mountain concession deals draws thousands of views. A podcast by ANC political leader Alexander Cummings on Bee Mountain and Liberia's concession agreements has gained thousands of views, likes, and comments, with wide coverage in print and online media. Cummings called for rejecting all concession formats from the Charles Taylor era and renegotiating better deals, saying his business experience shows Liberians can benefit more from natural resources with knowledgeable leadership. He said the public response reflects strong interest in his economic proposals and problem-solving approach. Cummings plans to release more podcasts in the future. Transport heater in Plebo as driver protest student buses. Commercial drivers staged a go-slow Monday hitting transport services to protest student buses donated by District 2 Representative Anthony Williams. Taxi and minibus operators say the $50 Liberian fare between Plebo and Harper undercuts their income and is too low to compete. ANC women launched Growing to Feed Itself Farming Initiative. The ANC Women's Chair has announced the launch of the Liberia Growing to Feed Itself initiative based on Alternative National Congress political leader Alexander Cummings' goal for Liberians to grow food to feed the country. The party has acquired farmland in Bond County, Grand Cape Mount County, and McGibby County to cultivate vegetables, peanuts, and other crops. Brushing and land preparation are already on the way. The NC says the project demonstrates how it will govern by prioritizing agriculture to promote jobs, improve public health, and drive investment in the economy. JFK LPS began week-long free medical outreach in Margibi. JFK Medical Center and the Liberia College of Physicians and Surgeons launched free surgeries at Waterfall Medical Center. Surgeon Professor Peter Coleman said the team expects to operate on 70 plus patients, mostly elderly and children. Liberia launches e-photo system to modernize agricultural trade. The Ministry of Agriculture launched the electronic uh, phytosanitary certification system, e-photo, to digital agricultural exports and boost competitiveness. The ceremony at the ministerial complex drew diplomats, officials, and development partners committed to transforming export systems to digital innovation. Cocoa smoking claims resurface at Lycra board investigates. Lycra Interim Director General Dean T. Sayi Sion accused Zeno Industry of bypassing export procedures for a February 7, 2026 cocoa shipment, citing no application, quality certificate, or invoices. The Lycra board has launched an investigation amid a deepening internal leadership division. And Belleter Guinea soldiers building in Liberia proposes opposition unity for 2029. Monsa Belleter, speaking on LIB Future TV with host Michael Patmo, Siliki Kroma, and producer Jefferson Weir, said a Guinean soldier remain in Liberia and have started building, adding that Representative Yeke Koluba's borderline comment in the investigation because President Bouaka has taken no real action. In the same interview, Belleter proposed that the opposition conduct a poll to decide who should lead the country. He urged the ANC, CDC, and other opposition leaders to collaborate to win the 2029 elections, warning that without unity, the CMC and other parties will have very little chance of defeating the ruling establishment. My name is Laveta Davis. I presented the latest news update from Liberia.
Okay, so many thanks to Lavetta Davis for the news update. It is regularly featured on the program here at LIB Future TV. Sidiki?
Yeah, greetings to everybody, and thanks to Lovetta for giving us the update from Liberia, especially what's going on the ground. We really appreciate it. And to all of our listening audience that are watching us on Facebook, we want to welcome you today. This is the second in this week of this program, LIB Future TV. So you can kindly share our show in the different group that you're part of. Also, those who are listening to us through the radio, want to say thank you. Welcome to the LIB Future TV. But look, just as I mentioned earlier on, we're going to be having a conversation today. Today's show, the title of today's show will be like Comments Hour, and we'll be doing this every Tuesday. And then the other days of the week, the different panelists will be coming on to run on that show. So we will kick off today by, trying to, you know, clarify some of the misinformation that's been going on there in the public about Mr. Cummings. And I think this is very, very necessary for us to do this because we Liberians, we have a society where a bulk of our people, we listen to radio, we go on Facebook, whenever we don't really want to verify. So, we run with it, and that is a fact. Months that we're not going to allow people to define us. And this is what we did, in past time, right?
I think Siliki's internet is giving him
I
some.
don't know what's going on the internet today. Are you getting me, Jefferson?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So again, we're not coming here to lie to you, but we are coming to provide the right information. Several key points that I've put down, and we'll be going into this different conversation. I'm trying to send a click. Chavasi, are you able to play the video from the studio there? Or
Mm,
we have to
I
send it to
can,
Lavetta? I don't know. Are you able to?
I can, no, I can't do that from here. It has to view on Lisa. So Lisa or Miss Gibson, but I can get the other ones controlling from there.
Okay, okay, good, no problem. But is it possible I can share my screen and play the video from there? I don't know. You getting me?
Yes, go ahead. You're live. I'm hearing you.
Okay, okay, good. I'm trying to see if I share my screen, you guys will be seeing. You see my screen?
No, I can only see you. I'm not seeing anything yet.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just take on the program. So yes,
Yeah.
folks. First of all, let's go to the first issue. Right, we've been hearing this lie that uh, and I listened to Spoon a few days ago. I think it was on how you call this on Thanksgiving Day. So all of the panelists there, they they were giving a testimonial about some of the lies you know they've told on the show, so they were confessing. Even at some point, Kev Hassan decided to confess about that controversial comment that he made about Stanton Waterspoon, that the race and all of that. And it reached to a point where Stanton, decided to project George Weah and Cummings coming together to be on the same ticket. And bulk of the people who were listening, both in the comment section and even some of the panelists on the show, and they were there. But Kumi said he don't want to be VP to anybody. He wants to be the president of the country, and if he can't get the presidency, and then nothing else, he don't want to be representative or senator or even vice president of the country. In fact, there's this popular lie they've told you, the Liberian people, that Kumis rejected President Barker offered in 2023 to run as vice president to Joseph Barker. In this information actually is stuck in the media, and bulk of you've believed this. But I want you to know it's a lie, right? At no point in time, Cummins has ever, whether on interview, through writing, private conversation with anybody for that matter, say that I can never be VP to nobody. And here is what happened during the CPP collaboration, folks. And what happened, because the time was during election period, everybody had the different side they were supporting. And this is part of the problem. Our country is where we are as a people, you know. And for Mr. Cummings, when you and him go into an agreement, you sound say we'll do X, Y, Z, and X, Y, this. No matter what, you will have to follow that agreement because it is something that you guys signed, right? So they went into this collaboration, this CPPT, right after the CDC government took over in 2018, and they started messing about this issue of missing money came up. Well, I think continuum of money getting missing. People stage protests. Subsequently the famous June 7 came up. It was a very huge protest, large and massive turnout, peaceful, where Liberians from different counties gathered at the capital to demand the Georgia government and all of that. So at the time, the CPP was coming together. So sometime around 2018 to 2019, 2019 to 2020, they decided to enter a formal agreement to have a framework. The framework is basically a document that holds this collaboration together. The Unity Party, the Liberty Party, the ANC, and the All Liberian Party, which is the ALP, headed by Benena Ure. The Liberty Party back then, at the time, the late Councillor Bronski was still alive. The ANC, Mr. Cummings, and the Unity Party, Joseph Barker. All these people came together. When they signed that agreement, the CPP framework document. And what was in that document, fellow Liberians? They decided that the CPP would not have a specific, because there were 4 leaders now. You have Bernard Ure, you have Joseph Barker, you have Cummings, and you have Charles Walker Bronsky. At that time, Yombi was not even the political leader of the CPP, of the Liberty Party, sorry. Right? So they put this framework document together. They agreed on different processes on who to select as the standard bearer of the collaborating political parties. One of the process that was mentioned in that document, they talk about how you call the voter perception survey, right? Wherein they will, because that is not realistic. So that's why they lay out 3 different processes. But the key one was primary. So the voter perception survey is basically going into the market, listening to the different radio stations, the talk shows around the country, and getting the views of Liberians, right? But it was very possible back then that any of the parties could use their partisans to be calling on the different radios and all these kind of places. Hello.
You gotta mute yourself, Sidiki. You gotta mute yourself, Sidiki. You gotta mute.
Yeah, I'm on a call. I'm on the show. I'll call you back, Jeremy.
Yeah. Okay, folks.
Okay, I'm back, Jefferson. Sorry for that, man. Yeah, sorry for that. So you see, so that's the 3 process. The first one was voter perception surveys, but any of the parties within the CPP that time could pay their supporters to go on the radio and project that political leader, as somebody who is leading the pool back then. So it was not realistic, and they themselves knew. That's why they laid out 3 different processes. Well, it was just one of the process into selecting who's going to lead the CPP. So that was one. Voter perception survey, listening to radio, social media posts, going into to hear from the voters themselves. That was one of the process, right? The second one was consensus. So what is consensus, fellow Liberians? You have 4 parties in the CPP. You have the Liberty Party, the Unity Party, the ALP, and that of the ANC. So the consensus basically means that these 4 parties, the 4 political leaders, they will go into a room, and then they ask the 4 of them, Charles Walker Bronsky, do you want to be president? Do you want to head this ticket? He say yes. Alexander B. Cummings, do you want to head this ticket? Yes. Joseph Barker, do you want to head this ticket? Yes. Bernard Ure, do you want to head this ticket? Yes. Then that means there will be no consensus because four of them get interest. But only on like cases, if you have one person, the three of them say, we're not interested. But one person say, I won't be president, I won't head the ticket. But the three of the other people agree voluntarily. Obviously, the one person that agree to head the ticket will be the head of the ticket. That is a consensus. Or let's say three of the parties agree for Joseph Barker to head the ticket. Even if Kumis, because I found out, if Liberty Party agree, United Party agree, ALP agree, even if Kumis say he won't be president, Kumis cannot be because three of the party majority members of these four collaborating political parties, they've endorsed a specific candidate. That is a consensus. So there was nothing like that. At some point in time, when that time was coming closer, we have 50-50 chances. The ALP publicly declared that they were supporting Joseph Barker for the presidency. And you had the Liberty Party declaring that they would support Kumis. So it was 50-50. So the only thing that could break that was to go for primary. So the primary is that each of the parties will take 50 delegates to the primary. Liberty Party will bring 50 people. ANC bring 50 people, 100. ALP bring 50, 150. United Party bring 50, 200 delegates. They will go to the primary. And then these two leaders, Kumis and Barker, will have the opportunity to discuss a plan for Liberia at that primary on how they're going to change the country and blah, blah, blah. United Party said no. And it was in a document. It was in a CPP framework. And that was the realistic way of selecting the candidates to head the CPP back then. They said no, when they go to primary, Kumis will buy all the people that the false accusation they started bringing. You see? So, again, we come back to us not respecting agreement as Liberians, my people. We signed, all of them, they went, nobody pressured them. They saw all these three agreements that I just laid out, all these three processes, rather, that I just explained to you. They saw them and they signed for them. That when we are ready to select somebody to head this ticket, these are the processes we're going to go through to select our standard bearer. We'll look at the voter perception survey. We'll look at the consensus. If the consensus of the voter perception survey doesn't, the last option is primary. That one is a fair process of vote. So you lobby, you go to the primary, 200 delegates will be voting. And if anybody get a vote of 101, obviously you win the primary and you'll be the standard bearer of the CPP. That was the agreement. So we wake up, these guys, they back off. They say, no, they can't go for primary. Kumis get money. My people that Kumis fought that he get money, especially he has never worked in government. Kumis get money. Kumis will buy all our delegates. How can you tell me that you're afraid? You say, oh, we're having voting process. Bring your family. I bring my family. Jefferson bring a family. Then you say, no. Sidiki get money. If we go for that meeting, Sidiki will buy my children. How can I buy your children? How is that possible? Then I mean you're not a good father. If you think your children can be bought by Sidiki command to go against you, then I mean you as a person, you're not a good father. So that's what they did. They said they can't go for how you call it. They can't go for primary. In fact, Mo Ali and the other people in the United Party, they suggested something called block voting. Do you know what is block voting? I know some of you hear about that block voting thing. Block voting basically is when the 50 delegates that are coming from United Party, you're not carry real human being there, but you gather 50 signatures and you'll go and put it on one ballot, say that the 50 people from United Party here, and the 50 people from ANC here. No, that is not primary. So we told them, said, no, that was not in the framework document. Let's go by the framework document. I have a video, but unfortunately, I can't share my screen, where they agree. The CPP framework document, they signed it. They agreed that they were going to go for primaries. They signed that document. So the 200 delegates go there. Joseph Parker say he want to be president. Kumi say he want to be president. The two of them go and debate the issue. Fast forward, they didn't go for the primary. They woke up, they put last together, they say Kumi's finger document, he changed finger. Okay, we agree Kumi's changed document. What Kumi changed in the document? He said the main finger document, he fraud the document. What specific section of the document that he changed? And my people, when you want to change document, and you're changing it to favor you, or somebody want to change document, for example, you send someone a document for them to work on, or you and somebody sign any agreement to do business or any other collaboration, whatsoever it is. When I decide to change anything there, it must be something that will change, that will favor me. But these people, they spend about 4 to 3 months in court. They could not point out to us one single section of that document that was changed by the ANC and Kumis. They lied. At the end of the day, they had to throw the case out. And because of that, they walked out of the CPP. The CPP that brought Darius Dillon, Yombli Kanga Lawrence, you know, all of the other senators that won on the CPP ticket, they walk out. You know, they walk out and say they're not supposed to be part of collaboration because they were made to follow the process that they signed up to. And now, there comes this popular saying, say Kumis refused to go as VP. Kumis was never asked to be vice president to Joseph Parker. And this is the misinformation out there. So today's show is basically to clear some of these misinformation in the public. At no point in time. Okay, Jabasi, you want to come in?
The video, the first video you were talking about is ready now. The first we got,
okay.
Yeah, we have 3 videos there, but the first one is ready now. So
okay,
show that and just upload. Lisa is set to upload that video. So when you just signal, then and I can reach out to her so that she can upload that video and play it now.
Yeah, sure. Let me end on this, and Lisa can play that video real quick.
Okay.
So you see, so at no point in time, these guys ever reach. Let me tell you something, my people. To be vice president to anybody in abroad is not a position you can campaign for. Put your sentiment aside. If you CDC man, put that one aside. If you United Party man, put that one aside. Even if you ANC person, put that one aside. But just think logically. For somebody to be vice president, you can't campaign to be vice president. If I want to be president, and I want to pick somebody to be my vice president, now me got to go to the president and say, my man, based on what you've been doing, the content you form, blah, 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 whatsoever that inspired me to want to take, that person to be my running mate, I will be the one to initiate a conversation. But not you running to me say, please come make me vice president. So there was no point in time Joseph Parker or anybody in Unity Party ever reached out to Cummins and say, for the sake of the country, we want you to be our vice president. And Cummins said, no, that lie. They lie to you. And the funny thing about it, if most of you can remember, the man who started this attack on Cummins, lying to you that Cummins don't want to be VP, Henry Costa, at the dying minute, what happened? He himself came up and said he want to be VP. So they were all doing this to destroy the CPP, my people. So he started attacking, Cummins desperate. Cummins desperate for the presidency. We told Cummins to go for senator, Cummins said no. We told him to run for representative, he said no. We told him to go be vice president, he said no. He said that only presidency, it was all lies and propaganda. Everything was just game. They just put together these lies to make this man look ugly to you. And at the end of the day, what happened, my people? All of you see it for yourself. Costa came up and said he met some investors. They wanted to invest, I don't know, 10 million or whatsoever million into the campaign. And The only way they can invest that money into Joe Barker campaign until Joe Barker picking Costa as the vice president or vice running mate. You know, and Joe Barker rejected. The Jeremiah Kun today that Joe Barker picked. Jeremiah Kun didn't come begging Barker to be vice president. That Barker himself reached out to Jeremiah Kun. So when people say these things, say, oh, Kumi say he now want to be VP to nobody, it's a lie. So I don't know if the video is ready. Please play. And here is what Kumi said about being a vice president. And this is the video now. The video will explain that to you. Kumi said if you're going into a race, for example, when
On Liberia, I am Anthony, your presenter. Today we are throwing the focus on Alexander Benedict Cummings Jr., the man from Point 4 who climbed to the summit of global business and then turned back toward Liberia. There is a particular kind of story that a nation needs to hear, not because it is comfortable, but because it is true. It is the story of what becomes possible when talent meets discipline, when sacrifice produces results, and when a man who has earned the right to live anywhere in the world chooses to come home. Alexander Benedict Cummings Jr. is that story. And understanding his life in full is not merely an exercise in biography. It is a lens through which we can examine what Liberia has, what Liberia lacks, and what kind of leadership the moment demands. He was born on the 7th of December 1956 in Monrovia, not in comfort, not in privilege. Community defined by scarcity and struggle. His father was an educator. His mother, Ayo, was a midwife and a small businesswoman, a woman who understood that survival required hustle, not discussion
away for now.
Can you start this video?
Vice President, President, the elections are 4 years away. Yeah, look, again, I think we need to take the discussion away for now from Vice President, President. The elections are 4 years away. And I think that's part of what's causing all of this noise with the CPP and with our partisans and all of this emotion. And we need to focus on the senatorial race, which is 2020. That's close. You know, 2020 comes before 2023. Let's figure out how we can work together to win most of the Senate, to get the right people in the legislature. Because I can yell and scream all I want. You all listening can yell and scream all you want. It doesn't matter. The legislature is where the authority is to provide a check and balance. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on solutions to the Liberian people's problems, etc., etc. What I will also say to you, though, and this question in some ways is unfair, and it's part of a narrative that is being perpetuated by some people. When you go into a football tournament or basketball tournament or kickball tournament, right? You don't go into the tournament saying you want to come in runner-up, you want to come in second. Nobody does. You know, we got the county meet coming up in December here in Liberia. I'm sure no county team, as they're practicing now, as they're getting ready, saying, gentlemen, or the kickball team, ladies, we want to come in second. That was goal, man. We want to come in second. Well, you know what? If that's their goal, they will not even get to the semifinals. My experience in life is you want to shoot for the top, and if you don't get to the top, you deal with it at that point in time. You settle, you compromise, you make trade-offs, right? But if I started my work life saying, oh, I just want to keep my job, I just want to become a manager, and I would just be happy to become a manager, I would not have risen to where I've risen. And this debate about second, third, let me say to people now, let's just forget it. That is nonsense, right? Everybody in the CPP should be striving to be the number one. We'll come up with a process that makes that determination. Again, if that process is free, fair, transparent, we sign up to it, and whatever the outcome is, we will support the outcome of that process. But I'm not going to go into a tournament wanting to come in second or third. I'm sorry. I've lived for 40 years. I've had a lot of experiences, and I've seen people who, before they even start the match, they settle and they lose. And so let's put that question aside, please. That is not relevant today. That is not relevant today.
Yeah, Sidiki.
Yeah, thank you, Jefferson. So if you listen to that video, fellow Liberians, you listen to the clear explanation. And here is the explanation again. So that was a podcast, Mr. Komisar. If you watch his Facebook recently, he has similar podcasts, and that was similar, show that he had around 2018 or 2019, something like that. And somebody asking, it was a live show, right? Somebody asking and say, "Are you willing to go as vice president to Joe Biden?" And this is exactly what he responded to. And the video you just watched there. That when you're going into a football match, for example, you don't go there with the intention of, you know, being a second. For example, you go.
I think Sidiki's internet is giving him some challenge, but I hope he comes on. This is LIB Future TV right here on 95.9 Kia Radio. And so, wherever you are, be there while we're here. Shortly, Sidiki will come back, okay, so that we can continue the conversation. But this is it. The Tuesday's edition. Wherever you are, you're listening to 95.9. We'll open the lines shortly, just after Siliki comes back. And of course, I think he's trying to rejoin. But yes,
Okay,
Siliki is back.
yeah, yeah.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you, Jefferson. So yes, we'll definitely go to the phone line. Yeah, we'll go to the phone line to take the first segment of the call. But again, if you listen to that video, folks, what Mr. Cummings was saying in regards to the to answer that question is that when you go into a tournament, people who participate in a country meet, you don't go into the country meet to say, "Oh, we wanted second place or third place." You go there to win a trophy. If you don't win, if you come second, that's only your deal with all of you, right? But you don't go there and say, "Oh, the country here won can second." No, you go there to win a trophy. And so he was basically saying that he is being or existing into the CPP is to head the CPP. But only on like cases if they follow the process that all of them sign up to, and he's not successful, free and fair, he will definitely support whosoever that emerge as the winner of the CPP, which United Party didn't want. They didn't want to compete. And this is why they are leading the country the way they are doing today. Just today, I watched a video where the president was speaking at a program, referring to Liberians who criticizing that they are not living in Liberia. So Liberian people should not listen to these people. In fact, when you walk in and doors come around you barking, and you want to take right and show all these doors, and, that means you will not reach your destination, all that kind of stuff. So basically calling people dog. His critics, people who are criticizing him, referring to them as dog Liberians. So that information that Kumis don't want to be VP to nobody is a lie. No one in Liberia can say, "Oh, we reached out to Kumis to be VP and he rejected." It's a lie. They don't want to compete. They walk out of the CPP. Kumis ran on the CPP ticket. He ran as the political leader of the collaborating political parties, despite that effort to bring down the CPP, going to court to testify, all this kind of stuff. But again, let's go to the phone line. Let's take a few calls. If you have any questions regarding this, you can call and ask your questions or any other comment. We appreciate the recommendation. We appreciate it. But basically, today's show is about trying to clear up some of the misinformation that are out there. That, oh, they may say, "You now won't be VP." It's a lie. What he said, that's something every young person should kind of embrace. Don't go into a competition. If you go to school, for example, don't go there and say, "I just want to stop 12th grade, I'm done, I'm not going back to school." No. When you go, you finish 12th grade, you should aspire to go to college and get a degree. If you get a bachelor's degree, you should aspire to get a master's degree. If you get a master's degree, if you still have age in your favor, you should aspire to have a PhD. But don't say, "Oh, because I got one bachelor or high school diploma, so I'm okay, I'm not going to school again." No. You see, or when you go into a competition or you starting up a business, oh, for me, the business are doing, I just want to get my profit, oh, and I just eat and pay my rent, okay, oh, and we go to certify, and that's a problem. Okay, you settling for less. And so that's what Mr. Cummings said, 40 years. His experience, all the people he came across that they settle for less before venturing into business or any other thing, all of them they lose because they were not prepared when they were going into it. But let's go to the phone line, Jefferson, and take few calls, and then we'll come back to the
Yeah,
next conversation. I'll probably send our video to
yeah,
Lisa too. But let's take some
yeah. The
there.
president's video, the other voice is also there. The one you just talked about, where you're talking about him referring to Liberians, his critics as dogs, is also ready. So
Exactly. I don't know if you can play that too before we go to the phone line.
yes, so Lavetta, that's Lisa. Lisa, you could just play that clip shortly. So we'll go to the lines to take calls. President Baka, the one President Baka referred to, the other to critics as dogs. So that video is already up.
From people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw rocks at each dog, you will not reach. Just move on. Move on.
Yeah. So well, that's the voice of the Liberian president, Seliki.
Yeah, that's so if you're listening, that's what the president is saying. That when you walk in and doors are barking at you, you want to respond to the door, and all these kind of so basically he's trying to call his critics, those of us who hold him accountable for things that he say he will do after they projected him as the most experienced president or presidential candidate back then. And now, after 2 years, this is what the president is saying to us that, he's on a journey and we are the doors backing. So he's not going to be responding by showing us because he's not going to get to his destination. Unfortunately. And even talking to the diaspora Liberians that they are not living there, so they don't understand what he wants to do. And these are the same people you cry on to fund your campaign. Very the act of ingratitude again. You know, I remember how you call this guy, man, the former Auditor General, man, John Molu.
Yeah.
John Molu went on spoon, raised thousands and thousands of dollars to the diaspora Liberians to support your campaign. But today you say they're not living there, they're not understand. But the time you were running for president, at the time they understood. At the time they understand the problems of the country, all that kind of stuff. They were giving you money here and there to fund your campaign against a certain government that you were able to pay your poor washers and win the election. But today you say, when I'm money, you not understand a broad problem. But let's go to the phone line, Jefferson.
777-959-9590, 777-959-9590, plus 231 777-959-959 are the numbers you can use tonight to be a part of the conversation here on KA Radio. This is LIB Future TV on 95.9. And of course, your host tonight is Siliki Kruman. I'm your producer. And of course, we're here together. Let's hear you, the audience. What do you make of the conversations tonight on the show? Clarity has been made by Mr. Cummings himself. Let's take course now on this. This person, good evening. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Jimmy now. I'm calling from Simple Bridge.
Jimmy, let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for your talking point. And actually, the speech from the president is an ingratitude speech. And it does not represent our sitting president. But if you see words like dogs, it shows some level of immaturity of so that this is my talking point. It shows some level of immaturity and ingratitude.
Okay.
A president, sitting president should not be speaking that in that formal manner.
Okay.
But we don't blame him. We blame we are elected into office. We are disappointed in that president. So that's my point.
Thank you so much. Let's get this person. Good evening. Your name and where you call from.
Okay, my name is Abe Momolusia Jr. I joined the conversation from Banyo, precisely.
Okay, let's hear you, Momolu.
All right, so I just want to make my answer clear, based on how I understood the conversation. Okay, so the fellas are trying to, explain as to what Mr. Cummins said when he made mention of going to competition and wanting to always win because that's what you're going to competition for. And then the second one will be that of the president's statement he made. All right, everybody go to a competition to win. So you're clearly stating that comment means that whether he's asked or not, he's not willing to even serve as vice president for anybody. So how are you saying that Joe Comment are not being asked? But Comment saying the credit, whether he's asked or not, he would not even willing to serve because he went to the competition to win. And it could be that for the CPP, even to the presidency, so he's not willing to
which is the aim of everyone in society. Your main,
obviously
in classroom, your main goal is to become first. But that doesn't mean you can come second.
So Jawasi, I don't know if are you getting me, brother?
Performance.
Are you getting me, brother? Are you getting money long?
Yeah, based on how you work towards whatever goal, or competition you're in.
Okay. Yeah, Siliki, go ahead.
Okay, so
you getting me, brother? Caller, you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Okay, so here is what happened, my brother, right? So during the time Cummins had this podcast that you just listened to, they had the CPP together and they signed a framework document. There was a process layout. So that's why you say once we go to the process, okay, once we go to the process, it is free and fair. I will support the outcome of the process. So he didn't say, anybody engaged me, I will not accept to be VP or not. Contrary to what Costa and other people told you. And you understand me? So the goal is to enter the CPP, open up the process. Because Acosta started this propaganda. Acosta started on his show, on the Costa show, that Cummins don't want to be VP to nobody.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but you can close it. You can close on, brother.
Okay, so then the second part, what the president made mention of going on a distance, and then coming across dogs when they are barking at you, you need not to mind them. You gotta continue your journey. Well, he spoke figuratively. Now, it depends how you interpret it. Because it's a common phrase around that if you mind the noise, if you're going to the market, you're not shopping. So in politics, noise is one of the lubricant. Noise is the lubricant of politics. And people will say all kinds of things. So will you mind everybody what he's saying? And he's saying it. So as a leader, you got to be focused.
But was the word dog, was it the appropriate word to use at that particular moment? Like you stated, you stated now that you manage noise in the market. Don't you think that would have been better than you referring to your critics as dogs?
Well, critics, that phrase alone, it has some connectivity, connection with critics and whatnot. But to be frank, using the word dog, I think it was too harsh.
Oh, very good. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Good evening.
Yes. Yeah, Ma Bendu.
Yeah.
Welcome from West Point.
Your brother, our brother, the doctor is talking to. Not to put my mom, I seen topic, but what you calling the president? The people that say they want propaganda on Elizabeth. Incoming president is saying, like, he won't be vice. He won't be president when they say somebody say can't be vice president. Then he will refuse it. Like your propaganda they run on Kumi or talk bad thing against Kumi to not in power. That's the way they do for the other sitting president. He left the power in their hand, and today now they are wasting.
Getting okay, alarm breaking.
Yeah. They tell you what to do. We are door, walking back. Yeah, I'm going on.
Yeah.
So they telling us we are door today. All kind of statement is looking on. They say we are door. For women business, the country not belong to one person. Last person get the country. Women are selling on Liberia. For women can you want to be president. They are therefore accepting. You will for being in power. You will can't in power. Nobody that will come, you want to be president in the country. If you just kind of react way, and they like come and work on you, they like you, they will vote for you. Who are we are here? No left. Anybody come, will see you, want your attitude, we will vote for you. We will not even say to reject it, we will vote for you. Now, how we think it? Coming and somebody like good. The last time coming here, himself, all the people. He was going to say, oh, me are going to Kumi, JB Kumi. I said, all our incoming president, I was happy with him. He came, we're going, he went for you. But the people there, the Jane, they propaganda, they culture border in America and the other border in jail. They were just doing all kinds of things in the country. Thank God, they're not following like brother. They were not able to stop anybody to go.
Okay.
We'll find it, we'll speak the shit and money good.
Okay. Thank you.
We are tall. We are tall, they will put in power with tall. We agree to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Benu. Thank you. Edward Shano, welcome.
Yeah, how you doing, brother?
I'm okay. How is the back settlement?
Well, back settlement is all right this night.
Okay.
Yeah, I listened to what the president said. And I just got a little disappointed in one area. But for the area where he said, when you going somewhere and you got a lot of dogs barking, you should remain focused. For me, actually, that statement is actually metaphoric. That's metaphoric expression. Yeah, for me, he's just trying to tell you to remain focused. You're going to have people criticizing no matter what you do. Where I got the problem with the president, where he said, don't mind them, they are not living here, where have you? And let me say something. Those diaspora Liberians that are all of this country, they are making numerous of contributions.
Significant impact.
And they are making a milestone. Let me tell you, when people are sick in this country, they turn to their family. I myself, I had a problem. Imagine I'm working. I had a problem before. My cousin there in the U.S. Army, he used to send me money to seek medical care. So the president, the president will have to be sometimes mindful how he used these words. I agree sometimes. I know he's kind of frustrated, but he cannot be frustrated with the citizens. He should be frustrated with those that he appointed.
But Edward, when the CPP and the United Party were in opposition, it was those, in fact, majority of them who were supporting the CPP and the United Party, they were in the diaspora.
Of course, but look at Senator Waterspoon, what he did.
Yes.
Because I monitor the radio, all radio stations, whether it came to Freedom for me, I monitor all. Because I got thick skin. Stanton, those guys raised a lot of money to mend the ballot boxes, to mine them.
And he always used to go there.
The ballot boxes in all the counties. And they're not Stanton money. It was not Stanton money. That money came from the same people you saying they don't live here. Some of them got businesses here. So what is going on there? Where with that statement, I feel the president on that one, and he should not do that. He should not behave that in that form a minor. He was wrong, totally wrong for that statement. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you. Let's take Mohammed Donzo.
Yeah, good evening, Jeff.
Good evening, Mohammed.
And good evening to Vicky in the diaspora. Well, I want to appreciate you guys speaking for your brilliant, topic. Well, we the opposition, we got to come together as one. As for me, for my own suggestion, what Kumi is saying, I do agree with Kumi. If you are waiting for a trophy, you cannot say, I want to be a loser, not because my team don't have it's not fit, or I want to be a second. No, I want to be a first person. Well, as a political party, we are coming together as one. Our single political leader, I would be the head. No, you can't do that. We got to go through primary.
Yeah.
And we go through the primary, anyone wins, whether the CDC or the ANC or the other party, anybody win, we do agree. When I say no, it's primary. So I agree with Kumi. Kumi is a smart man, but the only thing I would say is we got to come together and take Mr. Boga, because Mr. Boga is frustrated. Yeah, go around. He didn't have anything to do. The Labranco is fed with him, so he just talked loosely. So anything Mr. Boga, thank you guys for the great show.
Thank you so much. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0889 283 938 plus 231 777 959 959 are the numbers you can use tonight. You listen to the conversation. What are your takes on these various talking points we've had on the first segment here? This is LIB Future TV tonight on 95.9. We're having a very wonderful conversation tonight. Want to hear you. What do you also make of President Boaka's assertion referring to his critics as dogs? The president said, when you're traveling a long distance and you see dogs keep barking at you, you're not going to stop to throw stones or take rock and chow them because it will slow your movement. This person, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, brother.
Welcome. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, my input is I always tell David Moses Bolman calling from Car Wash Man Barkley.
Okay, Man Barkley. Let's hear you, Moses.
Yeah, I always tell the president that, don't always look at concern. Look at conformity. What's supposed to be done should be done. Don't look at your own concern. When you look at concern, you won't be a leader. That's my output.
Okay, thank you so much. When you look at the concern, you won't do what you want to do. 0777 959 959. We also live on Facebook. Let's take Man CC. How are you? Welcome.
Yeah, thank God, my son. How are you doing?
We're doing good.
Yeah, today I'm not well, but listen to the conversation.
Yeah, your tune can tell. Sorry, Mama. They're cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I listened to your conversation. Me say thank to my son in the diaspora. He set it off. But you see, look, we are frustrated, my son. Yeah, we are frustrated. No, we have told people in this country that it can be any other person vote for them, but this man for one time, do not go there for him. Because they may who lying to each other, but I live on loan. They people clapping, the man will not wear shoes, he will not wear them when you ride whip bar for him. I will ride whip bar to go to work. It is that keke, I will ride it. But here they say, what telephone they didn't listen. Kumi, who money he ate here, they were fully Kumi. He and his people then, behind this man, using Costa to draw money from Kumi. That man putting the code for Kumi. You understand? And deny this man after eating his money and bought him. Like the somebody on the doorstep. Today he attacked back my son. No, I'm so frustrated when I heard that they're calling us dogs with Liberians. Yesterday, I heard them for all cap roaches. We are in the we are people. Today, that water. So what you call leader, my son? Can I you call leader? It's not a leader, that man. It's not only so ruler, that man ruling Liberia and to say we are slaves in our own country. We are slaves in our own country. Look, I'm so frustrated. Look, I'm calling on the issue. I feel peace in my heart. For a leader who's going to be talking to the citizens that my people, let's be together as one. They make it solve no problem. No problem he can solve. Everywhere he goes that for future. That the men brought to us. That the men told Satan and people say when now we election, it will be the end of the Liberian people country. And he said it to us, he was still clapping. They see people step back and they look at them and calling Liberian, and we backing. What will I back my son? Mr. Boga went back before what you told you're not doing it. You told me we're not in the street. I was sure we'll go to school. When I'm out of bed to even get a cup of rice, it's not easy. I said I'm a woman and not business, but for the daily making the power my job.
I'm so frustrated. I'm down. The next thing I'm doing is that is I so come up for the one good year for 10 time, anytime to weird time. And no one like it's working to me and tell them more is more than I pay. But we don't the matter 24 when you wait, 25 what is it? I have to leave the market and go to firewood to sell it, which is cool. So you start to go to buy it and a problem. People not cooking. People not cooking, they better go back Gary or you not get the money to so the year say no either in the morning and then they fuck it up today after they put in there. And Jesus stole election and give it to him. People kill people in this country because of Waka election. People die. On a problem, more there in this country. But you say, telling us we are door, we are back in the shipping mass door. But we leave everything to go, master. We leave everything to go. Who then go with pay Waka? Who then go with pay Waka? I will sue Waka to go be our judgment. He will feed the boy and rat. We will get it there. Then you go out door.
Okay.
Then you go out door. You will get it. Then you put a crap behind you. Yes, they are door. They said to him on the more free for us. What will go with you? Let me go there in power. They are enjoying the business of selling my brother regime, seeing our country money, pocketing it for their very self and their children. And when they put their suffering out here, people are talking to us, giving all kind of war. You always abuse us. They say they want food, and we will take food to the house, and they must spend on there. So we eat road that first like a toilet.
Thank you, my sister.
Your minister costing us the thing the fellow come and talk to us kindly, but you spoil your minister. Everything I did, everything I insult all the bad people. But Mr. Bonka, let me tell you this. Thank you, Macha.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you. Joseph, let's do one more call. Eh?
Yeah, your name, where you call from?
I'm about to one point
Say your name is?
Fobate is my name.
Okay, Fokpa. Let's hear you, Fokpa.
You see, my degree will continue to grow. My degree always call already space consideration. But she just said, oh, she says she's frustrated. You see, if somebody say the top party, I don't want to come with, if I turn out, be wasting my time. It doesn't mean to say the people in the blood so it's not what I mean. So you gotta be careful on what we're seeing.
You say what? You say what? What did you say?
Somebody said the people when I talk back here, I mean when I take time to come there, I'll be wasting my time. So people are insinuating that the man saying that those people are door, Liberians are door.
No, that's not what he said. He said
that what Matthew said.
No,
Matthew just said it again now, brother. We listen to her.
Yeah, but she was quoting from what the president said.
Yeah, but what I seen, what she seen, she was quoting the president wrongly.
What did the president say?
Yeah, myself and I'm good around.
No, but you on the show, I have to ask you question, my brother. Let's be conversational. It is my right to ask you question. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. What did the president say? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, what did the president say?
The president said, if the door is backing at you, doors are backing at you, you want to take stone to turn them, now go to where you're going. You'll be wasting your time.
And what does that mean?
It means people causing noise, unnecessary noise.
Who are the people?
You don't listen to unnecessary noise.
So who are the people in this context? Who are the people?
The people who causing like man, who causing unnecessary noise.
Are they not Liberians?
From one radio station to another radio station whole day.
Are they not Liberians?
She was cooking kobo. The time people need to clear on electric wire to go for rest. She never got shortage of red lantern. Where you can find rest anywhere you want to buy rest. You want to buy 100 pesos of rest, you don't have to go stand on now. That today you can't cool rest. That today is selling cool. You understand our problem. You will be putting money.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
You can't express and say that. Like, how you refer to all that as stupidity?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, Ricky.
Yeah, but again, I don't understand this guy. You're talking about Man City calling for radio station. Hey, you said you calling for radio station to defend the government. So you think you get ready to call, but she not get ready to call. And this is the intolerant behavior from some Unity Party folks. And they see
Yes,
that
so
leaders doing this, and
we have the other
they
video ready.
fight.
Yes, go ahead, Siddiqui.
Yeah. So again, we want to say thank you to all of you that called. Master, thank you. Thank you to all of you that called, whether positive, negative. I appreciate it. So we're going to move on to the second misinformation. From that, we'll talk about current event in the country. The second misinformation here, and this is more like a complete nonsense that's been circulating around. All communities are gay, all that kind of stuff. So I sent a video to Lisa to play. I don't know if the video is ready. Let
Yes, I
she
already
play it. So
uploaded that. Yeah.
yeah, that video that is about to be played is a guy.
I invented it and I stuck it on instrument and it's stuck. I get it. I invented it and I stuck it on instrument and it's stuck. It's stuck. Today did I get it still on Ellis Cumming? It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta, where you are living. So I created a story and I called the person and I attached the person into it. The person is a big librarian guy too. He said, yeah, my manager will tell you the truth. So I use that person as a reference. That information so that's what we did for Josh Weir to get him to where he is. Shit. Man. Politics is a big game, man. Yeah, so I'm on that whole gate thing I invented it. Yeah. And then how someone picking up and right? Publish that story, the one about his wife and everything. Shit. That's what we did for Weir. Because Weir couldn't talk. We not even want for Weir to come to the microphone. We don't want him to come to the microphone. Because if Weir come to the microphone, it will be hard for us to defend it because he can't talk. Yeah, he can't talk.
Yeah.
Good. So you're listening, fellow Liberians. That's Obi.
Yeah.
He's living in the US. And he used to be a supporter of the CDC in 2017. And you listen to him clearly. This is not Siliki speaking, right? And he's admitting that he invented that gay thing. While all of y'all can be saying to this Sukumis are gay and all the kind of nonsense. This man has been married for more than 40 plus years with 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl, 5 grandchildren. He's a Christian. This is not something he supports. He is not even friends with people that are into this, but wake up from nowhere and you just listen to Obi. He was a sedition in 2017. So they saw Cummings as a threat. So he came up with this nonsense that he's a gay and he stuck on him. As you just listen to him, that he invented it and stuck. So this is what this man had to go through for the last 10 years. People sitting and putting lies together. And this guy, when CDC won, they didn't get time for him because who want to affiliate themselves with a liar? So as soon as CDC came, they dashing. So you will left with no option but to start attacking George Weah again. And I saw him supporting Unity Party in 2023. Obi. I know he's a retired U.S. military guy or he stay in the Marine or whatsoever it is. But that his own video there, you just listen to him. That the gay thing, that he invented it, he called Mr. Cummings' friend in Atlanta and put our lies together because they wanted Joe Weah to win in 2017. You listen to him. So it's all lies. They can say that man is a criminal in spite of the people who brought war to kill thousands of people. He's the reason our economy is not moving. They can't say anything about him like that. Nothing. You know, so they just wake up, they put lies together. All the man is desperate. You know, he don't want to be vice president to nobody. He said that only the president say he want. So let me ask you, my people. Joseph Barra was vice president for 12 years. And you're making president today. What is he doing? How many jobs has Joseph Barra created? In the last 2.5 years or 3 years, how many jobs? All of us, we were in the CPP, we say, oh, Magdalene was stealing, someone trying or this and that, and all these kind of stuff. How many of the CDC officials have gone to jail? They pull an asset recovery together 3 years. Choyala was senator in the Senate, saying that the Standard Union said that anybody who won't be president, they should go to the Senate or be representative or vice president before they be a better president. Joshua was a senator of Mosorado County. He gave him the presidency for 6 years. What was the outcome? You, the same people came out again, you're voting out. You put an 82 years old man there. Yeah? I can name so many Liberian former presidents to you that serve in government. And you gave them the opportunity to lead what they were able to achieve. We are still backward. Simple things like electricity, my people. We don't even get stable electricity. People stay, lawmakers and politicians they can use hand pump as a project to get your attention to think that they are doing favor for you. You don't even need hand pump. That's the truth. Right here in Africa, we wonder, since I came to this country like 2027 January, we'll be making it 3 years. I've not seen no hand pump yet. Every house, you get running water. You don't go to wire, you don't go to hand pump. The only thing just pay your water bill at the end of the month. But like hand pump they can use to catch your attention like they do. When they get in 45,000 for legislative, I know 30,000 for legislative engagement, they take some of the money, they go construct hand pump. I saw Foco the last time again saying, was that a breach, Jefferson? In District 9. I saw him put this in a Foco in District 9. You know, so Obi, you just listen to him. They can't stand this man. Look, every time debate, they could not stay him. When it comes to
the this is it, LIB Future TV on 95.9. Siliki Chroma is your host tonight on this edition. And of course, we're having a wonderful conversation here. You also listening to us on the radio. We're live on Facebook. Just go search LIB Future TV or KCN TV. Any one of them, and on YouTube, Kia Communications Network. And you also see us. I like the page LIB Future TV on Facebook. Follow and like. Sidiki is back. You're muted, Sidiki.
Yeah, sorry, my internet is giving me some problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just listen to OBOB. Okay? In that video, every Tuesday we'll make sure we play that video you listen. You know, this is the guy who put that lie together. OBOB. He was a sedition, and now CDC, because you talk when CDC win, they'll call you again job. And CDC people know that he lie too much. You know, imagine you just go, you pull. The man say he invented it. You listen to the video just now, not Sidiki say, and the man own Bob, it was a live video. You know, say he invented it. Yeah, he invented the gating and put it on me and stuck on him. Because we have a country where people can listen to radio and social media, anything they see or hear, they just run with it. You know, but he's not a gay. If you disagree with Kumi's policy on how he's going to create jobs, bring that debate. Let's have that conversation. If you believe that Cummins cannot raise civil servant salary to 500 and 600 or living wage, bring a counterclaim. Let's have that conversation. You know, if you believe Cummings cannot be, based on his platform, cannot be the man that can put our country on the right track, come on your own platform. Let's compare and compare the personal lives, because it is one thing for somebody to sit there and say, I will do this, I will do that. It's another thing to look at the person who's saying that they will do something and know if they're actually capable of doing it. You know, and somebody told me something during 2023 election, that there are different kinds of relationship, Jefferson, or the listening audience. Some relationship, I know you, but you don't know me. There are some relationship, you know me, but I don't know you. And other relationship, I know you, you know me. And that's what most of the people we vote for in Liberia, they are lacking. Some of the people they say they know, the people don't even know them. Since Joe Biden became president, my people, how many new investment? The last time, I think a few weeks ago, like Tough Africa, that real estate company, that Mohammed Ba, I know you check that thing again, you dig down that thing, Mohammed Ba get caught inside that thing. You know, and basically it's not even people money will be using to buy their own houses and all that kind of stuff. They just signed MOU. So let's even wait and see whether this guy will come by and start building houses and putting them on sale. But how many investment? You know, this man served as vice president to Ellen for 12 years. 12 years. You said, I don't know wherever you can come up with this kind of, you know, standard. Before you be president, you must pass in the horse. You must be vice president or senator or representative, must start from there. So all the people who've been starting from there, what they've been able to change for 100, July 26th of this year will be making up 179 or 78 years as a country. And you get one man sitting now say he invented the gating and put it on Cummings. You know, and stop on him. Because we have a gullible society. We listen to anybody. You know, anybody can come and say there won't be anything like, bro, and that nobody lied to you. The presidency is not for everybody. You know, so many occasions I've seen people misquoting or misunderstanding the part of the Constitution that gives the right to every Liberian to affiliate with any political parties you want to affiliate yourself with. Yes, it is true, it is a constitutional right. But when that specific article or portion of the Constitution gives you that right, it means more than that. When the Constitution says you get a right to support anybody you want to support, it doesn't mean you can just go look at any kind of people platoon and just go put your support behind it. No, it means more than that. And I will give you a simple example. In developing countries like America, for example, before you drive, there's an age limit. You should be 18. Before you give your car key to your child to drive, the person should be 18 years old. Because the law in America says your child should be 18 years old, you just give your car key to your son or daughter to drive you? No. So that's a simple logic. Before you give your car key to your child in America, or you, for your own safety, you should know or be aware that that person knows how to drive. You can't just think because the law says the person must be 18, so the 18 just get a car key and give it to them. No, they should know how to drive and have a valid driver lesson. Otherwise, they can even know how to drive. When you get in the car, you'll pay fine. You pay money for it because you don't get lesson. So just because the Constitution says you can vote or support any party, then you just wake up anybody that come up. Look at Sir Joseph. Eh? This is a man who traveled to the US, buy NTA buses, chalk from China, put it on an accelerator, getting additional money from all of it. And every deal that come in the house there from accelerator, you think Asa Joseph will go against it? They make a contract with the people. You think that man will go against it? But like the man, he brought some NTA buses, put it in Montserrat, they're taking money from these people, the students. And we can't know what happened between him and CDC. They expel him and quick you not from a political party that you want to be president. What? Sir Joseph, president? And this is the country we have. You know, just now, the woman called to give her opinion about things that she's seeing or experiencing in the country. Then somebody calling, using all kinds of words. You think you can scare people? And he says she calling from radio station to radio station. Then I mean you've been following her. They see what she calling from radio station, like how you two listening to radio station. And you calling. You think you get right to call, but she wanna call. And this is the unfortunate part. So you just listen to Obi, my people. Obi is telling you that they getting all of y'all can be talking about, like he come out with it and pull it on Mr. Cummings. And it's talk. That's what Obi said. Today, he's a supporter of the Unity Party. You see, he was a sedition. And if you listen to that video, very well, he told you that George Weah used to talk, that he used to hide George Weah from speaking. You know, but now he's no longer with the CDC because when the CDC won, CDC don't want to work with people who can lie, who can just wake up and just put lies together and put on people. Nobody will feel comfortable working because obviously if you're not gonna put it around you, they will invent another lie and put it on you. So CDC was not comfortable with him, so they didn't work with him. So at the end of the day, he became a critical voice against the CDC. Like my man Matt Jabate was threatening FIDE to get on the back of Unity Party. You know, Matt Jabate is so funny, Jefferson. Matt Jabate been minister for 2 years. I know the position they changed and started posting, say the people in Bapolu came out suffering. So the only time the people suffering at the time they remove you from you know, these guys they just think that rebel are jokers. Mark are my own people, right? But when I saw that post, I was laughing so much. Mark been in that position for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. So they changed the position, huh? He started writing on Facebook that, the people in Kema, the people in Bapolu, they are suffering and all this kind of stuff. Can you imagine that? So the only time Mark know that the people suffering, that they try to change the position.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the people suffering. But when Mark was a minister, I don't know, assistant minister or deputy minister, Mark used to go on Facebook. Yeah, he used to be on Facebook all the time going live. President Baka, thank you. And all these kind of stuff. That time the people in Bapolu, they were living well off.
Yeah.
You know? So this is just all about it. They gave you a job and the rest of the other people that are struggling, they are okay because they gave you a job. You know, and this is unfair. And that's why Mr. Cummings continued to say that, look, no matter who you elect as president of the country, the government can employ everybody. The government will not employ everybody. You have to have an innovative president where you can open up the private sector. You have a country where bulk of the people, majority of the citizenry in Liberia, we are dependent on government positions. When anybody graduates, the only place they can go to compete at government. And there's no competition. In fact, just be a partisan, be a strong supporter. At some point, I see people threatening, we fight to bring the government to power, so we deserve job. You ask someone, what can you do? What is skill you have? They can tell you, but all they know they must get job because they compete for the government. What kind of country is that? And it's a normal thing in Liberia. That as soon as you campaign for somebody, then the person owe you job. And when they not get you job, you become critical of the person. Even if they're doing the right thing, you become too critical. The thing will fight for that AI. And they're beating our chest. You know, it is a disgrace for me. Look, No serious country people will ever want to do that. It is an embarrassment, shameful, shame on all those people that are involved with that kind of attitude. Like because you vote for Joseph Boakai and you not get a job, so you think Joseph Boakai owe you? You know, and somebody you ask them the worst of everything, Jefferson. You ask some of them, what can you do? What is a skill? They can tell you all they know they will get job. All they know they will get job. You know, they will just get job. And as soon as you give them job, forget it. The rest of the other people, they not get time for them again. Oh my God. You can go up the corner, they not get time. You see what Mark did every day? I think few people place a call to him in Canada. You're not causing us again. But I get screenshot of his post.
Yeah.
You were given job for 2 years as assistant minister in the government.
In fact, the man was literally begging. The man was literally begging now for, because that was just a form of begging.
Of course.
I appreciate the vice president. I appreciate
Yes.
I appreciate Eugene Fagon.
Yes.
So it's a form of begging. You still want job.
Yeah.
You're begging.
What can and Mark was that horrible. Even some of the people who call themselves educated people. The one that I said the two educated Jefferson,
Yeah.
all of them are the same. They are all the same. You know, they call on a better. See, Mele Heron Costa. You think Costa is supposed to go to Joseph Baca to say in Costa, he calling on a belly? Costa, according to people who are close to Costa, when the second round of the election came, Costa wanted to go on live and say something very terrible about this old man. And people had to beg him to not do that live video. And I think right after that day, people started doing someone playing shit challenge on Facebook, started making fun of him, all that kind of stuff. He was willing to come out to dare this old man. And for this man to win election and you crawl on your belly, you haven't Costa smart as you are, you have a master degree, you know, and you crawl on your belly to go beg Joseph Boakai. Do you really need to be friends with Joseph Boakai? But that's the country we have. You know, this other man wake up, you don't know Cummins because of Liberian politics. You wake up, you put lies together. And now people get a video now everywhere. Say, I put a thing on him and stop on him. So if you're listening to this show, my people, how will you feel when somebody wake up and lie on you intentionally? That older man is into Ezra. And Labrador is an interesting country, Jefferson. I remember, I don't know whether it was true or not, right? I remember doing Ellington. They used to call one of Ellington's songs gay. I know Robert Sully or Charles Sully.
Robert Sully. Okay, Siliki will come back, folks. 95.9. This is Kia Radio. The program you're listening to is LIB Future TV here. This Tuesday's edition is hosted by Siliki Kroma. My name is Jefferson Perry Weah, and of course I'm here sitting at control. So we're having a very wonderful conversation, and he was just talking about Robert Sirleaf. Siliki is providing you education, some clarity, as a matter of fact, to the rumors being circulated about the ANC political leader Alexander Benedict Cummins. In 2017, Emeni Obi, who invented a video about Mr. Cummins being a gay, and that video circulated on social media. As a matter of fact, it tarnished and it actually broke, down Mr. Cummins, and it destroyed then his political career in 2017, 2023, which still haunts him now. But Obi has come out. He's broken silence. He had an open confession on social media. His very podcast, the same social media, he went on to invent a video to sway the minds of the Liberian people, make them to believe that Mr. Cummins was gay, but he has openly come up to say, no, I invented that video because I wanted George Weah to be president. At the time, George Weah could not talk. He's not somebody. We didn't want him to go to the microphone. So his disappointment now, after making George Weah president, he did not get what he supported George Weah for. So he started ranting and he went against George Weah now. So he started exposing himself, coming to the social media, confessing openly that, oh, my people, yes, that video that I said, that video also passing around the news about Cummings being gay, it's not true. I the one invented that video. I just put all those lies together. I called somebody from where Costa Army or Cummings, was. I called the person and the person gave me all the information. So I just decided to do that. But that is human being. Anybody who wants you down, they can do whatever to bring you down. And so, um, this is not just about Mr. Cummings, it is about a country like Liberia. Everybody, it is about bringing you down. People will make up stories because they don't want you, in a particular space, in a particular position. They feel threatened because your presence there might make, in fact, not might, but your presence there is going to make a very positive impact. It's going to improve society. It's going to make a change, a better change. So they feel threatened of you being around. So all they can do is to create a story, make up lies, and put it against you, and then turn the citizens and turn everybody against you. Right? For example, yeah, in the churches, you see some pastors, you've been staying with your mother for all through, your sisters and brothers. Perhaps things are getting tough for you. One pastor will just come and say, no disrespect to the pastors now, but one pastor will just come to you and tell you, say, that your mom body here. Sorry about that. It just came out. But somebody will just come and tell you, say, your mother is responsible for your setback, your backwardness. Imagine the woman who gave birth, who carried you for 9 months. She didn't destroy you. She sent you to school. She didn't destroy you. You graduated, you started working. She still did not destroy you. But when things started getting difficult on you, for whatever reasons, somebody go tell you, say, that your mom the cause for you not going through, you lost your job, your mom behind it, and then you start, you create this hatred in mind for your own mother. And these things are working in our society, and they're still working. They are still working. We're still seeing these things on a daily basis. People running propaganda and what have you, all because they don't want you in a particular environment. They don't want you in a particular space. So they will say all sort of things just to get you out. And so Obi used that particular method and it worked. It worked on Mr. Cummings with all of the things he was doing, the Cummings Foundation. That particular propaganda worked and destroyed his foundation, destroyed his political career, 2017, 2023, that he even had to come as far as 1%. Imagine. So this is what politics does. Politics is a dirty game. It's a game that if you're not smart enough, you'll be hooked up. You'll be caught up in a web that there's going to be no way to get you out. So if you're playing politics, if you've decided to get into politics, you have to be radical at times. And so these are some of the things I think some Liberians have been saying, that Mr. Cummings will have to be radical at times, to get this. And I think if you listen to the podcast of recent that Mr. Cummings has said, he says something, his podcast recently. Let me see if I can try to play that. He said something recently regarding, he said, this is a new step he's going to take now. Every now he's going to take to his own social media, page and do a podcast, to tell the Liberian people what he can do, what he would do, how he intends on changing the nation, what are his plans for Liberia, what he believes that he can do to make Liberia better, and that's what he says. So this is a new trend. People will play politics, they will play politics and what have you, So he believes that using this one, I mean, it's going to erase all of this. I remember one time, the last time we hosted Mr. Cummings here, and the question was asked about this thing, gay thing. And he said, let me let this out. People have been saying this about Cummings being gay. And this, he said, how can you be a man married for over 40 years in a relationship and you have your wife and you got children and somebody's telling you that, oh, Cummings is a gay? How does that align with your marital life, your marital status? So politics comes in different ways. People use politics, even at here. There are propagandas that people can run at every institution. Is there? People run propaganda here. We say a lot of things against the manager. Obe Jiba is this, Obe Jiba is that, Obe Jiba is that. But if you're not smart, if you don't have a thick skin, these things, worked on you. And at the end of the day, you become the victim. So Siliki will come back shortly to continue the conversation. But if you're there, folks, this is the program LIB Future TV here on 95.9 Kia Radio. And of course, your host today is Siliki Kruma. My name is Jefferson. I'm always here producing this program every Monday to Friday. Monday to Thursday, we hear 7 to 9 p.m. And then on Friday, we hear at 11 p.m. strictly up to 1 o'clock in the morning. All right. So, yes, it is a wonderful conversation. Mr. Cummings has said now that he's going to take a different approach. So those of you who have had the mindset, they believe that Cummings was a gay or is a gay, he's now telling you that no, that was not true. And it came from the house's mouth himself. The man who made the claim, who invented that video, himself came to the public to tell you now that, oh, my people, I lie on Cummings. So I told you people that Cummings, Cummings was a gay, but no, he's not a gay. It was just a calculated plan to, get him out. So because we did it for Josh Weah. Siliki is back. Siliki, you want to complete so we can
Yeah,
quickly go to
Jefferson, thanks. Yeah, thanks again. I don't know why my internet keep tripping, but I don't know if we can play that video again. Then we just go straight to the phone line. So
Yes. So
is the video still available?
yeah, Lisa. Yeah, the video is that Lisa will just upload it shortly. She will
Let's
just
let's play it one more time and
yeah.
then we'll
Lisa
just
is
go to
about
the
to upload the video now. That
let's
OB video, the confession video.
yeah.
Yes.
That's Obi
I
my
invented
people.
it and I stuck
Obi
it on
confess.
instrument and it's stuck.
So let it play the video again. We gotta shame
It's
these
stuck.
people and expose their
Today did I
lies
get to stay on
at
instrument?
times.
It was something I invented.
And I hope the second
And the way I
segment
did it,
of
I
the
called somebody
calls,
from
they can really speak about this.
Yes, the video
Atlanta,
is
where you are living.
The video is on.
So I invented it and I stuck it on an instrument and it's stuck. It's stuck. Today did I get to stay on Ellis Cumming? It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta, where you are living. So I created a story and I called the person and I attached the person into it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. He said, yeah, my man, will tell you the truth. So I used that person as a reference. That information so that's what we did for Josh Weah to get him to where he is. Shit. Man. Politics is a big game, man. Yeah, so I'm not confess that whole gay thing I invented it. Yeah. And then how someone picking what can write? Publish that story, the one about his wife and everything. Shit. That's small thing we did for Weah. Because Weah couldn't talk. We don't even want for Weah to come to the microphone. We don't want him to come to the microphone. Because if Weah come to the microphone, It will be hard for us to defend it because that man, he can't talk. Yeah, that man can't talk.
Yes, Ricky. Okay, so that's it
Yeah,
there.
so yeah, let's go to the phone line, Jefferson. As you know, I think the folks listening to hear that video clearly.
Yes.
So let's go to the phone line and get the feedback from our people. Yeah.
So, fellow Liberians, it is up to you now. Let's get few calls on 777-959-959 plus 231 777-959-959 0889-283-938. Good evening. Your name and where you call from?
Good evening. I'm one more back to I'm calling from St. Estate.
Let's hear you, sir.
You know, the just talking about me. Somehow will not believe it.
Why you believe
I'm not an AMC man, but I'm not coming and I know they were lying on him. That was a complete lie, the political lie on Kumi. But the only thing that Kumi facing Abura, when Kumi came to Bronco lost him, the first time he attempted he took the third place in the election. He was 3 in the election. When people started running around him, fooling him, we saw them, we know the people. They don't know what we can't say like that. He was the leader for the parliament, the first youth to be elected for the children parliament by the United Nations. He fooled Taylor here and Taylor drove Ecomo out of this place. And the consequence was Taylor made who he leaves food. We're not sleeping here. Coming in the grandpa needs to love him. Then the grandpa told him, my man, can you finish coming, you can make it. But be number 2 men. They were later on school talk. All of them went around Kumi and told Kumi, don't do it. They are brown people, they are self. They are brown people, they are self. Select Kumi. Be next to the old man. Can't will put it away. He tried to come to you. He said no. Somebody went a single document, they lie on him. They say the author document.
So, can I ask that, brother?
Yeah.
But the covenant that the grandpa had he rejected it, the electoral fooling. So the people who were fooling the foreign their own party that I'm wondering why they were involved with him. People that are close to him are fooling the foreign their own party. The 90s are man for me is no longer. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying.
Okay.
They are now no longer
okay.
But we know for me.
I have a question for you. I have a question for you, brother. Yeah. So you said again, thank you for your input. Really appreciate it. You said I don't know, the Liberian people told Kumis to go as VP to this old man. Do you think that the Liberian people sort of tell Kumis or that the old man sort of ask him to come as to be a VP? And how did the Liberian people ask Kumis to be the VP?
We monitor every situation here around here. We monitor every movement. We monitor the Liberian people. We know exactly when the Liberian people need this. And they need that woman broker and they put in there. And you guys are saying that woman broker and I want to run the country. But the Liberian people put in there. They took women. Being about 2 years. We're making president in this country. And the boy made it. But because he said no, and they're getting 1%. We saw it, 1%. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not against Kumi. I love Kumi. And I would like for Kumi to become president. Okay. Kumi become president in the other job we have to go. You got what to do now. You forget about Omen Bokai. You can tell with the CDC.
Okay.
The ANC, you tell with the CDC. And you, Mr. CDC, I want to talk to you. I don't know which side of the country you're from, but I'm really a Madingo man. And we know the Madingo history in the blood. I'm not going to be a stubbornist. No. I'm not speaking because of your job.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
I want you to tell on the air which country you're from, because people are asking you which country you're from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Avon Nima County, Chief. Avon Nima County, Flompa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
But speaking,
Yeah. And thank you.
Thank you so much. Good evening.
Okay.
Amen.
Thank you.
Let me
Thank
know
you
where
for
you
your
from.
call.
Thank you. My name is Prince Small Kotima. I joined from FD District 4.
Welcome, Kotima.
Well, I listen to you people as you analyze the issue and the Zana comment stigma. For me, Zana comment is a good presidential material. But now it's standing, I think Zana comment needs to make himself visible. The issue of Liberian politics is not someone who will feel complacent in their little corners, claiming that they have money. If the time reach, they will use that money to run campaign. I don't think that is the case. If you just use that as a point to come to the president, I would tell you definitely you will continue to lose. Because the people need someone that will be very much visible in their eye. People who will take initiative. But for Honorable Cummings, the only thing I know about him, all he posts about is giving your generator to beat WR. But every interview you do, you always mention the issue of giving generator to beat WR. I don't think that is something that one person will continue to beg about in their political career, because a single generator is very much infinitesimal for the kind of person for which he claims to be and the kind of contract for which he has. I think he should be contributing towards the government development of this country, even though he's pushing for the highest office in the land. But I think he needs to work with all other political leaders so that there can be coordination among them, and that coordination can lead to a victory for the opposition.
Okay.
But he settled not for nothing else, but to become the standard bearer for whosoever collaboration it will be. And I don't think our leaders should work that way. I think you need to do it a bit by bit, small. You can start from one point to another point, but you just claiming that you don't settle for nothing less than the president. I think definitely it will be as a community to do more work. I can assure you nothing now. Community won't spark again.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening.
Yes, let's hear you quickly.
My name is Arvin Dana and I call from the UN job.
Welcome, Arvin.
Well, let me appreciate this evening for the beautiful talking point, and also let me appreciate Almighty God for pumping breath into us, our voices, to be heard.
Arvin, I haven't heard you on this radio for a very long time. Where have you been?
Yeah, I'm here. Like sometimes stay away from the radio small due to note or some concern thing.
Okay,
like now, even though they like discussion for now. So if I call you back next time, I'll make you understand why.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, let me get to the point. My brother, you see, that particular case you just played, if that was the individual who sent that video to the late Mamadi Diakate, then I think it's about time, Mr. Cummings, to be taking our men to court, because our men have damaged Mr. Cummings, or I got a political or I got a career, because the first time Mr. Cummings took part in the presidential election, if my memory serves me right, he came third. But there was election due to the politics that were played on Mr. Cummings on a thing called gay. We are looking for somebody for God to help us with to transform this country. We are not discussing whosoever is running the country. The only thing we should ask God for to give us someone out there to transform our country so we can compete for all African country along our country. We can be in a group, then we just looking straight up. So we are not thinking about, I don't even want to even bring back the members to Liberia again towards that particular topic. All I can add, Mr. Fumi, as for me, I'm a physician, but I'm looking for a Liberian who will be truthful to us. So we don't know who the Liberian. One day, like the last time we reach, when I start reaching, it's left for you as an individual to feel best, to develop yourself for the future. When the future reach, you bother with it.
Okay.
So the only thing I can tell Mr. Fumi is that make yourself known to the people. Forget about what happened yesterday. Continue pushing your way forward. How do you do it in my own layman understanding? By visiting every constituent and try to make constituents to know that I fought hard to be for your boy. Like it wasn't easy. However, I know we will still reach there. Make yourself available to the people by visiting there, making them feel happy. Don't wait for a big day to reach. You'll be looking like every big guy want to go show something out there.
Okay.
So the time people do it unexpecting it, and when people not think about big day, but unexpecting it, you do it. That alone it will bring back the feeling. But going back to the old video and bringing it all because come on, it's not gay. I mean, I'm not taking it to be something like I supposed to reacting about it again because that day have gone and it left with Mr. Kumi. Myself, I have my left, it left with me. And then left, I want to leave that. My only thing is I should be able to develop for the future. And what we're discussing here.
Thank you,
so
Abby.
Mr. Kumi, please, that particular individual is the time how to take that individual to court without damage of political reputation on a serious note today in harming you.
Okay.
So politically, people want to bring back to the topic again and start disabusing people's minds for the reality. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
so
Abby.
Mr. Kumi stand his ground. For me, I'm voting for President. We are 2029. Is he having a sick pack? Is he sick pack? I'm going to be voting for Mr. Kumi.
Okay.
I'm serious, nobody. Mr. We are taking part. I'll be voting for we are.
Thank you, Alvin. Thank you, Alvin. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, brother. I come about this Moses Baba again for car wash.
Yeah, Moses.
I just, this coming business is happening against Barack Obama. Barack Obama, you know, he's a Christian, but his opponent, you know, being the campaign, they say he was a Muslim.
Oh.
The argument repeated itself over and over. At the end of the day, Barack Obama won the election in America.
Okay.
Do the research better.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Mohammed, your last person on the line. Welcome.
Yeah. Jefferson, how you doing?
Yes, we're good. Let's hear you, brother.
Yeah. Well, my name is Mohammed Gonzi, a person of Dofa County. Well, Josephine, you know, tonight, I just want to say this on this video. You know, what we are saying, we are talking about 2029. My only point here is I want for the opposition to be together as one, and then tomorrow, if you know, Mr. Baga, because Mr. Baga is not doing nothing for the country. So if Mr. Cummings come to the primary, the be of the chair, to be the standing bearer for the opposition, I do agree from the CDC. And if we the CDC, if this Joshua is has standing bearer for the opposition, the ANC, but we agree, and that is our CMC. So we got to come together as one. That's all my point.
Okay, let me just squeeze this person in here. Good evening.
Hello?
Hello, your name, where you call from?
I'm calling from I'm Serena.
Okay, Serena, welcome.
Yeah.
Let's
First
hear you.
of all,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you because tomorrow, if tomorrow is election day, I want to believe Mr. Cummings is going to be the next president. Because, I mean, he has put a whole lot into this nation. He has fought a good fight, and it will be time for Liberians to put their hands around him and know what good for this country. Because this is a man that have a good plan for this country. He really got a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't see anybody. I don't see any match. I don't know, man, what we're talking about. He CDC, man, he did that. We ain't work for that thing. We're not off for elaborate, we're not stupid. We know what we want.
Okay.
We're looking for somebody who will provide jobs, who will make use of what we have, not to be taking our resources and be living only on it. So this man have a good dream, and I hope every Liberian will open their eyes and follow Mr. Cummings.
Okay.
He will make a good leader. Thank you.
Thank you. I think Ma'am Penu, you just want to use 30 minutes, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear you.
When we just come into the city, so supporting. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. What's
Yeah,
with me?
yeah. I think we're out of time, but I want. Hello, you got me, Jefferson?
Yes, you go ahead.
Yeah, I said I think we are out of time, but I want to appreciate all of the callers. Thanks for your feedback, Your input is very, very appreciated. But to my brother who say every time you listen to Mr. Cummings, he's bragging about generator that is donated in PWR, and generator is not nothing for him to be bragging about and all that kind of stuff. So that generator, the worth of that generator is about 150,000 US dollars. That generator not only for BWI, that generator is also electrifying surrounding communities that are around BWI, right?
Okay.
And also, my brother, again, we are out of time, but what we have to understand here is that the people we've been voting for, you know, what can we say they done or they were able to do for the Liberian people before we gave them the position we've given them? I'm not even sure to win election in Liberia is based on what somebody has done. You know, if I'm correct, because nobody can tell us what Joseph Baker did that today he's the president. In fact, Liberians put that money together to support his campaign. At some point he said he was living on loan, but still people put that money together to support him, right? But Mr. Kumis will continue to do these things, to intervene in situations like providing generator, giving scholarship to young Liberians who want to go to school, and today he has a STEM school in Tuporo. It's visible, you can see it, but maybe we'll talk about that another day. But Mr. Cummings has done a lot, providing loan for market women. You don't have to do these things, but he's always saying that he has been blessed. So when God bless you, the only good thing you can do is to share with other people. So that's why you do some of the things you do. So to come and say, oh, he can be bragging about generator, for you it means nothing. But for these people that this generator was donated to, it means a lot to them. But however it is, my CDC brother who called, we want to encourage you to come on board. And all of the recommendations you suggested to us here tonight, that Mr. Comey should go to the communities. This is something we'll take into consideration. And I'm very sure we'll be able to relate this to him so that he can expand his engagement, even though he's been engaging recently, going to District 17, attending the SDA school in Pinsville, and just meeting Liberians. So maybe we have to double up, and we'll definitely do that. But thanks for all your calls, whether it was negative or positive or against. But for us, we don't take any calls to be negative. We take everything into consideration, and these are things that we work on to build, and kind of, push the agenda for real change. We are not doing this for Mr. Cummings. We are doing this for Liberia. We are 179 years old as a country, and we need somebody like Mr. Cummings to come on board to put our country on path, like one of the callers said, so that we can be able to compete with other countries. So this is what it is about, not for any individual. But thank you so much, and Jefferson, thank you for always helping to bring us this program. It's really appreciated. And as always, follow us here tomorrow again for another great edition of the LIB Future TV. Have a great night, Jefferson, and thank you.
All right, folks. So that's it. We'll be here tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Have yourselves a wonderful day. And of course, from Monrovia. Next on this radio is
LIB, stand up. Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news. LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.